Okay, so this video is gonna be a little bit different, alright? This video is not gonna be just random animation taste anymore, alright? This time it's gonna be an actual tutorial. I can't believe I'm doing this shit. Okay, so today we're gonna be talking about the Voicemod. So now, since it's just programming stuff, right? You would think that you read the document and you would understand how it works, right? Look at this shit with Voicemod thing and a parent note, but this baby on the shadows is sorted, but its children does not get sorted. So by that, you would think, after reading that, you would think that when you enable Voicemod, it will just enable Voicemod on the parent and the children. Rookie mistakes, boys. That would be too easy. That would be way too easy. So yeah, all of this asset is from a Game Jam project, by the way. This is from the Cookie Heist. I'm pretty sure you will see the animation taste on my channel as well. So yeah, let's get on with it. To understand Voicemod, one thing that you need to understand is, how Godot renders stuff. So when Godot renders anything in 2D, it will, well, anything that Godot renders actually, this is also in 3Ds, but this Voicemod problem is only a problem in 2Ds. So how Godot renders is just renders from the top of the hierarchy, just like code, right? When you're coding, it just run from the top to bottom. This is run in the same way. It rendered from top to bottom. So in this case, it will render the void, the wall and floor, the freeze, oh, please, the freeze. Oh my god, my lips! The freeze. The freeze. Whatever. The table and then the player. So in this case, the player will always be on top of other stuff because it's at the bottom of the hierarchy. And the table will be on top of the fridge because, well, it's below the hierarchy since the hierarchy renders stuff from the top to bottom. And when you render something on top of the other thing, it will, be on top of that thing. So in this case, if we play the player, yeah, this look normal, right? Since we are in front, but but when we are in the back, look at the shit, man. We're just floating on top of it because in the hierarchy, the player is below the fridge and also the table. So when we are render, we'll be render on top of it no matter what. Which look goofy, right? The physics isn't physicing, right? The math ain't mathing, alright? Usually that don't happen IRL, Alright. So how you fix this? You might think, oh yeah, just Voicemod it. Just, select all of the thing that you want to be Voicemod and just Voicemod enable, right? But no, okay, the share pops up, but we will talk about that later. But no, if we do this, nothing actually happened. We're still on top of stuff, and now our table is broken. Alright. So, despite the document, by what it said right here, actually mean when you enable Voicemod on the parents node, the node that it actually gets sorted is always children. So if we, for example, the thing that I said, the table, which is this node over here, By the way, don't do this. Don't just use just sprite 2D and collision shape. If you're gonna do this, just make another share node, make another static body 2D for the share node. Don't just put it in the fucking, don't just put it like this. But this one is just for example. So how the Y sort works? So since it is only sort the share node, when we enable this, it will sort the share node according to the Y value. So this is the table Y value, the table sprite Y value. So over here, anything that is above this will be behind the table. Anything that is below this will be on top of the table. So right here, the share 2 and 4, which is the share that is in front, have the root node, have the what do you call it, the root position, yeah, their position right here, which is below the table, which is right here. But the share, the two share behind, the share and share 3 will have the position, the Y position above the table Y position. That's why it will be rendered behind. And that's basically just the principle of Y sorting. So anything that is higher, well, it's not exactly higher because in Godot, the Y value is usually in the graph, in a normal graph, Y value is up, right? Y points up, right? But you see this green arrow? In Godot, the Y values point down. So it actually is that when you Y sort stuff, the thing that are above will be sorted behind, but it is not actually the higher value. It's actually a lower value because I don't know why, man. I don't know why Godot fucking put the Y value pointing down. That is out of my knowledge. So yeah, whatever, man. So how do we deal with this if this isn't how you sort it? So since it's only sort the shard node, you might think, yeah, just sort the root node, man. And everything is fixed, right? Yeah, everything is fixed, right? Now everything works perfectly fine, right? Yeah, I fucking wish, man. But usually this is not how things works, because usually you don't have just every node just be the child of the root node. Usually you have more than that, Usually you will have this. This two time map layer here would be in a time map node in a normal game. In a game, usually you will be categorize them inside of a node 2D, and this two will be the inside of the furniture, and the player will be inside the player container. Actually, you know what? For explanation sake, we will put it outside of the container first. So now that we put it inside, the Y sort, since Y sort only apply to the first child layer, what do you call it again? I don't remember, but basically the first layer of the child node. So will only apply to this node, but it won't apply. This will apply to its direct children, but it won't apply to their grandchild. So it then void and actually the fridge and the table right here won't be sorted if you just only have Y sort enabled on the root node. So right now none of this works. But why, you may ask, why does the player still sort it? Yeah, why the fuck did it do that? Because still, oh yeah, because I have learned. So right now, right now nothing, the Y sort itself won't work because, well, yeah, as you may say it, yeah. So since it's only applied to the child node, if we only apply it to the root node itself, the furniture right here won't be sorted. We need to apply it to the furniture container node as well. In this case, well, this node. So once you enable it here, everything will still work normally. So that's just how it works. And another thing is that if you have some other element of the game that you don't want to be wide sorted, then don't wide sort the root node itself. You would have to disable the wide sort on the root node, right? But now the play doesn't work, and since the wide sort doesn't work on the parent node or in the node that you enabled it on, if you enable it on the player here but not on the root node, the wide sort will actually break and it actually won't work anymore, like this. But if you don't want that, then just make a container for the player, put the player inside, and then enable the wide sorter here. Now the wide sorting still won't work, and you wonder why we did wide sorting. It's just sort the child, right? It's why doesn't it work? Since this is wide sorted, so which means their children, this two is sorted, this one is is enabled, so the player should be sorted, right? But why doesn't this get wide sorted? Well, for wide sort to work, it need to the parent node is also need to be wide sorted. So if you, let's just say if you want the fridge here, if you want the fridge and the table here in the furniture to be wide sort with the player inside the player container, we need to make another node to wide sort it. So let's just say wide sort. Let's keep it simple. So now that we have this wide sorted, we need to enable this. So we need to also sort the parent nodes. I don't know why you have to do that, but well, you have to. So yeah, this is just like one example. What we just did, right? The wide sort doesn't work. Now every node that you want to be wide sorted need to be put in the node that actually group everything together, and then you enable wide sort here, and now the wide sort would actually just work. Yeah, I don't know why this is the case inside of Godot, that you need to wide sort the parent, not the children, and also if the children that is wide sorted need to be wide sorted with the other node in the other parent. So if you want to wide sort the player and the table, instead of just making so just enable wide sort on the player and enable wide sort on the table and it would just work, but it doesn't do that. I don't know why. If you want to know why, you're gonna have to ask other people who are smarter than me. Because I don't understand this shit, man. I just understand its behavior in practice because, well, yeah, a couple hours of testing do that to you. But I don't actually know the code on how this works, so I can give you an insight on how it works. But the recap of everything is that if you want to wide sort any node, you need to enable wide sort is on the parent node. And if you have a node that have different parents and you want to wide sort them all together, you need to enable wide sort on both the parents and then group all of the parents of the node that you want to be sorted inside of another node. And you need to enable on the grandparent node. You need to enable the wide sort as well. So all the parent nodes over here, so enable the wide sort on the parents of the node that you want to sort. And then if you have multiple parents of the node that you want to sort, then you have to group them inside of a universal parent and then enable wide sort there to actually make wide sort work. As for the reasons on why does it do it, I have no fucking ideas, man. And also, this is the fourth, four, F-O-U-R. This is the fourth time I record this goddamn videos. Mostly because OBS does a little bit of trolling, you know. Yeah, that's about it for this tutorial. Go check out my other video if you want to see a drunken commentary like this again, then visit the fucking tutorial I make on how to beat my fucking game. Alright, yeah, that's about it.